So what's going on, guys? DIY Dan here again, and this is another episode of Outdoor Living. In this video, I'm going to be draining my pool. I do this once a year at the beginning of the season. To be perfectly honest, the reason I do this is because all winter long, all I do is add some chlorine to make sure it's not going to grow algae, and that's about the extent of my pool care during the winter. So obviously, depending on the type of pool you have, it might drain differently than this pool. But this video still might give you some good information on why I do it and where you can drain your pool that you might not have thought of. So let's get to it. So for the first 3 or 4 years we had this pool, I'd take a pool sample down at the beginning of summer to get it tested. And they would always tell me that my cyanuric acid was high, and I do a 50% water change and do these chemicals and do this and do that, and it would be all better. And then I'd go back and get it tested again. Oh, you need to do another 25% water change and you should be good. So after about 3 years of dealing with that fiasco at the beginning of the season, I decided just to drain the pool completely and then compare my water bill for the 1 month to see how bad it really was. And my water bill ended up being $50 more than what it was the month before, which I didn't think was that bad to avoid all the BS of trying to get everything chemically stabilized for the summer to come. So I keep all my pool equipment under this shed to protect it from the sun. I actually built this shed around the pool equipment. So all I have to do to drain my pool is I have a valve that's labeled for the drain. I use a 100-foot back flush hose and hose clamp it to that drain pipe. Then I run that hose all the way out to my front yard and put it into my sewer cleanouts for the house. Some of you guys might be wondering the legality of dumping the pool into the sewer cleanouts. I did check online with the area that I live in, and it is perfectly legal to do so. So in your front yard, you should have some ABS caps that look like this. These are your sewer cleanouts, and you should have 2 of them. My wife actually works for a plumbing company, and they recommended always using the one on the street side. You might actually need a pair of channel locks to loosen these. I usually just do them hand tight because I use them quite a bit for draining my RV, and then I also use it for the pool draining. I have actually debated on getting a 90-degree elbow with threads on it to screw into that, and then making it so I can hose clamp the back flush hose on this side as well, because I have had this hose pop out and drain into my front yard a couple times. I just haven't quite gotten around to it yet. So once getting it all ran, I usually go back and make sure there is no twists in the hose, because this back flush hose will burst very easily if it's kinked. Once I make sure all the twists are out of the hose, all I do is go back to the pump, turn it on a low speed to start with, and then turn the valve so it'll start draining. I usually only turn it about halfway, then make sure there's no kinks in that hose before turning it all the way on. You can see I'm using one of these little chairs to help support the hose because I don't want it kinking right there at the drain. I ended up turning the pump on the next highest setting because I wasn't getting enough water flow. Then I followed the hose out to check to make sure there was no kinks or twists in the hose one last time. I did have one, and I got it straightened out as quick as possible, but I did end up springing a leak in this stupid hose that's only less than a year old. I did end up using a couple of knee pads to help support the hose so it wouldn't kink as it was going into the drain. Now, as I had said before, I had this hose pop out on me a couple times in previous years, so I shoved it about 2 feet down in that clean out, and I didn't have a problem this year. Here's a look at that stupid leak that I sprung in this hose that I bought less than a year ago. Now this year I actually put 2 hose clamps on that back flush hose at the drain valve, and I still have a little bit of a leak. I've never been able to get that thing to fully seal up. So I did leave it on my second lowest setting. The last year I did put it to the full setting, and that's when it blew out of the clean out. The other thing you're going to want to do is shut off the water valve if you have an automatic fill on your pool. So we started draining the pool at 9:45 in the morning. At about 3 o'clock, this is where it was at, but it had drastically slowed down the amount of water pushing out into the drain. I used a trash can lid to prevent the water from spraying onto the main display and went ahead and put it on full speed to finish draining out the pool. After putting it on its highest setting, it took another hour before it emptied out the pool, probably about 90 to 95%, and I felt that was good enough and went ahead and shut the pump off. Took the hose off of my drain valve. I usually just tighten the hose clamps back on that tubing so I know where they're at for next year. Removed the back flush hose from my sewer cleanouts and screwed the cap back on. Then rolled my hose back up on a plastic spool that I have. Then I went ahead and grabbed 2 garden hoses and turned my autofill back onto the pool and start filling it up. It takes about 24 hours for me to fill this pool using 2 garden hoses and the autofill. While the pool is filling, I use this opportunity to clean out my filters so they are ready for the summer as well. There's also 2 baskets that I check during this time as well, and one is on the pump and the other one is the leaf vac basket. Once the pool is full, all I do is press the start button and the pump runs through a priming cycle. It will go to extremely high RPMs for a little bit and then reduce back down slowly to work any air that is in the system out. I've got a little shutoff valve on the top of my filter tank that I open up to help bleed the air out once I turn on the pump. And then you will also see, since my pool is self-cleaning, air coming out of the jets in the pool for a couple minutes while it bleeds all the air out. Once I get water starting to spray out of the top of the filter housing, I shut that valve off. And that's all there is to it, guys. I usually add 2 bags of shock to my pool through the skimmer basket to start with, and then adjust my chlorine and chemicals from there. I do use some Pool Perfect once a week during the summer, but beyond that and chlorine, that's about all I do for this pool, and we've had really good luck with it over the last 4 or 5 years. So hopefully this video gave you some good information and it helped you out. If so, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate it. My channel's got a wide variety of do-it-yourselves, all with the same concept: save you guys money by doing it yourselves and not wasting your time by giving you the most information in the least amount of time as possible. Hope to see you next time. Have a good one. Later.